my god, I just threw a few clumps of pond mud into the tank before adding water, and the tank cycled in just a few days? This is so shocking. The odds are like a gambler at the poker table winning all the money. Fellow fish keepers should know that fish ponds need to be dredged periodically, removing lots of mud that seems pretty clean. But have you ever wondered where all that mud goes after being dug out? A more common use is as potting soil, taking advantage of its fertility. But what if we want to utilize the microbes inside? If it's fresh enough, could we use the microbes to speed up tank cycling? In fact, the wastewater treatment field has long employed the use of activated sludge. However, the environment of a fish tank, whether in terms of size or structure, is quite different from wastewater treatment facilities. Moreover, this pond mud doesn't seem as black or as smelly as typical activated sludge. How effective is pond mud when used to cycle a new fish tank? Will it cause water pollution or lead to the proliferation of pathogenic bacteria? That's exactly what we're going to experiment and verify this time. We spent $5 to buy 20 kilograms of pond mud. Upon receiving it, we started with an empty 40-30-30 centimeters tank, using volcanic rocks and foam as the framework, then layered about 4 liters, roughly 7 kilograms, of pond mud on top. After each layer of mud, we secured it with aquatic plank glue. The tank was then filled with water, and new filter media was added to the filter to minimize the influence of any bacteria already present in the media, allowing the water to circulate. Considering that pond mud might release a large amount of organic matter and carry pathogenic bacteria, we did not introduce any organisms in the early stages of the experiment. The results left us speechless 5 hours after setting up the experimental tank. Water quality testing revealed that ammonia levels had already exceeded the instrument's measurement range. After dilution, it was confirmed that the levels were far above the standard. After a few days and a water change, when the water quality began to stabilize, we started introducing fish. Based on the water quality test results, we conducted an overfeeding test on the 12th day of the experiment. The results of the water quality changes are as follows. During this period, we also took samples for bacterial culture and counting. The results of the bacterial cultures are as follows. From the changes in ammonia and nitrite concentration curves, it can be seen that the experimental tank established a complete nitrification system in just about 10 days and successfully passed the subsequent overfeeding test. This is nearly 3 times faster than the traditional tank cycling process with new filter media, which typically takes over 30 days. If you're looking to speed up the cycling process, this could be another reference point. It also aligns with some of our previous tests and results from foreign bloggers. For example, in one blogger's test, the best results came from farmyard manure, followed by old filter foam and black soil. A whole batch of wild, chaotic bacterial products was actually much slower than the control group with nothing added. However, the issue of organic matter release from pond mud is equally serious. No wonder it's a material that can be used as potting soil. In the initial stage, the ammonia levels in the water were extremely high, and even the time when we measured the peak wasn't its highest point. If you decide to use it, we recommend not adding any organisms in the early stage or waiting until after a few water changes before introducing any. Additionally, pathogenic bacteria are also a potential concern. After 2 days of the experiment, samples cultured for 72 hours showed E. coli counts of about 1200 CFU/ml and Vibrio counts of 60 CFU/ml. Therefore, it is not advisable to introduce organisms that are in poor condition or susceptible to infection during the early stages. Pond mud has excellent shaping and landscape adaptability, making it perfect for natural-style aquascaping, such as stream or riverbank setups. When paired with native plants, the effect is even better, and it can help recreate the natural environments of different regions. Our experimental tank is planned to be transformed into a biotope tank, using plants like Commelina for the riverbank. Once the weather warms up and humidity increases, we'll add moss ferns to recreate the Southeast Asian riverbank landscape. Fish species like Trichopsis pumila, Dario, Brivibora dorsiocellata, Mycoraspora cupotai, and Boraras maculatus will be added. However, it's not recommended to keep shrimp, loaches, or bottom-dwelling burrowing species, as they can damage the pond mud structure. Even though we've reinforced the layout with glue during aquascaping, these creatures will eventually disturb and displace the pond mud. In conclusion, in this experiment, pond mud demonstrated excellent performance in accelerating the establishment of the nitrification system and is quite versatile for aquascaping. However, there are risks associated with the release of organic matter and pathogenic bacteria. If you're interested in this tank cycling method or have more questions, feel free to leave a comment for discussion. If you found the content useful or interesting, please like, share, save, and follow to support us. Let's continue exploring the mysteries of aquariums together. See you in the next episode.